Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
This is Rung Ru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, like we said on Tuesday, RLR replays this week are all about the monthly tournament with the closer combat mechanic enforced. So today on Ocean North, who do we have, Ryan?
Left hand side in blue, we have Khers playing Group Hartnick with a Maverick Income. Right hand side in red, we have Fantyx playing 44th Guards Infantry with a balanced income.
And already we have a duel. Oh, that duel's over. We just had a Tiger and SG-152.
Pretty anticlimactic duel, but I mean, right off the bat, we got extremely aggressive play here from Khers, really doing a cavalry charge, so to speak, of all his troops.
Which is admirable, but the weird thing for me is actually we're seeing these Airsats MG battalions, these batteries over here to the north. We have just two of them engaging the Soviets on the opposite side, so Soviet numbers. And I never would have thought that using the Airsats MGs so early would have been a great idea. But now that I'm thinking about it, yes, you don't have to deal with the disheartened guys getting to the front lines, and for the most part, a lot of troops early on are so much more concerned with taking and seizing ground than actually engaging your heavy weapon squads.
Yeah, in that northern geography, it's a lot of open field between him and the enemy, so long-range MGs for 20 points are a bargain.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tiger, in the meantime, continues to bedevil things really in every direction as well, engaging the heavier machine guns of the Soviets. And right now, Khers is certainly on the upswing. It's not great, but he's definitely not too shabby here either.
Yeah, he's definitely leading the momentum, especially in the center. I mean, if he can fully capture that southern town, he will be in a very good position. His main concern is up north, as we are seeing some Takon Desaniki pushing through the forest. But hey, when you got a horde of such troop and panzer grenadiers, they might run out of Molotovs.
And be very, very quiet. Those last troop are hunting Soviets. But Airsoft Trooping are going to get dumped over here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too unexpected. And the one issue that you might see, other than the fact that it's a 59 over here against the Soviets, is that there still isn't a ton of anti-tank on anything until you get to the Husaroks or the Reiter Jaegers. No, not even the Reiter Jaegers now that I think about it, just the Husaroks really in Phase A. So that's going to be a bit of a problem for most of Hartneck here.
Yeah, it's going to be pain in the ass early on. I mean, up north we are seeing the VK901 and the Stunk V being brought in, probably just try to deal with this. You know, these half-tracks which are keeping the Airsats trooping down for the time being. But, yeah, I mean, Khers got the 15-9, he's playing Maverick. This is exactly what you need to be doing.
Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. You're saying it's going to be a pain in the ass? No, it's a pain in the hot neck. That's what it is. Okay, so it's not...
The heart
not,
pain.
Exactly. Down to the south, by the way, surprisingly, usually we see so much firepower and Sturm and Drang kind of influencing, northern and southern kind of factory areas. Automachiki, though, Stahlstruppen, and this is quite bizarre. I did not expect the Stahlstruppen to be this effective over here against the Automachiki, but here they are. Maybe not going to kill them, but fighting them to a standstill.
Yeah, they're bringing the Molotovs to their party as well, and that's going to be working quite efficiently in this case, and gonna be getting the kill. Very good in the end.
Very, very good. VK09, or excuse me, VK901 rather, and the Stoke still going to come into contact with this M42, because the M42 is going to start seeing them before too much longer, I dare say.
Yeah, I feel like if Khers can at least just soften up his northern attack here and regain his northern part of the town, he'll be in a pretty good position so far. I mean, southern side, he's not doing too bad as he's trying to do a little bit of a push, but the Guard DP keeping his martyrs at bay.
Yeah, nothing too surprising there.
Yeah.
HE-111 coming to bomb the northern side. Just going to become slightly unnecessary here, but that seems to be alright. Still going to be... What's that? 2,000 kilograms of bombs coming on in? Yep.
Yeah, it's a few bombs.
And that's how the northern side of this was won.
That's how the North will remember.
I would say the south will rise again, but God, I hope not. VK9 over here in the meantime, engaged in the tech with this on Nikki from extremely close range. And he's lucky this is not any mod whatsoever. Because those guys actually would have something to say about the fact that they're being engaged by a tank from, about 40 meters.
Yeah, I find it funny that you can't use the Molotov on the anti-tank row.
No, actually, you see it get used sometimes in the anti-tank role. It just doesn't get the same level of freak out that it does as for
Yeah,
infantry.
there's like no way to model like a chance of it hitting the engine deck and actually causing some sort of kill, or even just like a critical hit, like knocking out the engine. It's just treated as a high explosive bomb with napalm effect, which is a bit of a shame.
It certainly is. Tiger, in the meantime, he's going to get a second S-152? Not yet. Not yet, but soon enough, it seems.
It really does seem, and yeah, it's just been like crazy all over, and we're just 6 minutes into this match. I mean, Khers has definitely been leading the offensive, but Fantyx is starting to really slap back. I mean, now it's just down to a 13-11. A Trove, here we go. Fantyx doing a really good job securing the front line.
Mildly amused by the fact that they have these mortars behind the front lines. I never expected them to be the fast, hard-hitting troops, but yet here we are.
Out of HE shells too. That's not going to be good against his anti-tank gun.
Ah, yes, but that's why they have the 792s. Ha! Yeah, crew panicked. I'd be panicked too.
Yeah.
P-Grens, enough. I think 4 squads of P... Oh, no. Excuse me. 2 P-Grens, 2 Rata Jaegers against the Ultimate Cheeky, with the other Jaeger MG in support. 1 squad of Panzer Grenadiers, and Rata Jaegers.
Two. Oh, yeah, there we go. Really
Ooh.
good sneaky ambush there from the Avtos. 3. Oh, God, he's just lost like all his infantry reinforcements down south. What a shame.
Looking to the north, however, we are going to see that a lot of the Soviet material has been cleaned up.
And it's back to a 6. What the hell's happening, Khan? It was like a Trove last time I blinked.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we got to stop having that nighty-night coffee, because I'm pretty sure we both had a cup of that, because I didn't expect it to be quite like this either.
No, I'm, like, very energetic now. And it's not just the caffeine.
Are you having your daily dose of Mountain Dew?
Dose, it's more like 2 liters. Like a real gamer.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Or your special chocolate.
Oh, yes.
Looking down to the south has, like you said, those martyrs. One's been panicked. The other one is... they're both kind of back in the fray now, but... finding myself mildly amused in all the wrong ways. But the fact that as we have this martyr starts trying to rush forwards, I think he's going to be able to kill this T-34-76.
Maybe. It's only a pretty crappy 76mm gun. But at the same... I mean, he's probably going to die.
We're all going to die.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
On the guard DP and the M42 flanking up the hill, that's pretty much going to be GG to those martyrs.
But he gets the kill.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay, not too bad.
They paid for themselves, I will say that.
I just realized the Marder 3, just a regular run, is essentially just a German version of an Su-76.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Came to the same conclusion on different tank chassis.
We need kill tanks. Got you. Sounds good. Alright, let's take a bigger gun on this. Yeah, that's fine. Airsoft trooping slowly winning through over all the corpses of their comrades. With one Rata Jaeger kind of walking behind the front lines as all the, schleps with K98s are going on forwards first.
Yeah. This is just absolute mayhem. I don't really know what to make of this match. I feel like Khers is doing a fantastic job just keeping up my momentum, but Fantyx slapping back quite a bit, especially down south. There's definitely an opening for Fantyx to push on through and cause a bit of havoc.
Unfortunately for him, even though he's at this Ultimate Cheeky behind the front lines, I don't think he's going to push there. I think he's going to try to continue to put troops into the northern side, because that's where he keeps getting shouted at, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, that's where you're getting pushed at, so you want to try and relieve it a little bit. Oh, the VK901 getting a flanking on the T-34, but doesn't get the side shot. T-34 spots him.
Yep. Poor Saab.
Another T-34 coming in, killing the Stug.
Yeah.
Good kill.
Yeah. Part of me wonders about putting actually the Martyr a little bit further south into that town. But no, we are going to see in the meantime The last Frost trooping down here to the south, getting pinched off. Kind of funny. Northern, southern side, you know, the northernmost German troop, the southernmost German troop. Random group of Frost trooping. Just kind of chilling.
Like the north and south poles of the German force. It's what allows the compass to work.
Pretty sure that's how it is. AG-111 in the meantime, he's going to go and pound that T-34-85, which is probably the best thing that can happen for him at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just as this guard DP squad's going to come up and probably just absolutely rock and sock that martyr squad.
We just have like a... It's really just a horde of Ersatz trooping up north, which is keeping Khers in the game here. I mean, he's going to lose that southern flank sometime soon, just due to the overwhelming amount of Soviet forces here. But still, I mean, he's putting on pressure. It's still 14-10. He's still bleeding Fantyx, which is what you need, especially going into B phase.
Mm-hmm. You speak the true. And there's one squad of Pigrens. Just continues to be a champ to the north. This guy's been fighting off all comers. He's killing it, man. He's killing it.
And now he's getting killed.
Can't win them all.
No.
We are going to see more Hussars being brought in into the southern side, because we are into Phase B, which means it's time to get some legit infantry out here, so that way it's not just Ersatz trooping, you know, fighting and dying for the, for the glorious Reich back home.
I probably run even part of the Reich. I probably like Czechs and Poles and Ukrainians and other people from quote-unquote liberated countries.
Well, that's why you had the Reich. They didn't have the Reich stuff. I mean, that's how. I'm sure it's got to be something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, looking at things really overall, there's an awful lot of Soviet material being forced into the northern side here. You might want to go and talk about that a little bit here.
Oh yeah, there's tanks and infantry. There's even planes flying about too, and all I do like a superior us going into the northern town. Gonna get hit a little bit by an Ersatz MG, but it will be a good little surprise here for Khers. As long as there's oh, they're in armor transport. TMG can't do anything. Good call. I like this. I like this a lot.
Well, I think the thing is going to be kind of important, though, too. Yeah, but the dual Stokes being pushed back to the north. I'm trying to see what kind of artillery we should be expecting. There is a 105 off map that we should have been seeing by now, and heck, 81mm stovepipes, which I don't think we've seen any real artillery from the Germans.
No. Just frontline fighting units.
And the martyrs to a certain extent, but that's a different altogether.
We've seen the Hussars down south being brought on in, going to be clearing through the forest here. And this, we have the Marder providing fire support, should be enough to maybe at least get back into Jet Hill and onto the farmstead at least. And I'm having a hard time just keeping up with this game, Khan. It's just, things happen and die, and the front line moves back and forth. I mean, up north, as Tungsten gets surrounded here, as Fantyx is moving through with like a bunch of infantry. But then we got the Horde of Ersatz trooping, which is still alive somehow.
And they say, what is behind me is none of my concern, because clearly we're watching Cannonball run here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is so weird that we have, two companies of Ersatz troopers just kind of waltzing on through. If these guys run out of infantry, run out of ammunition, I mean, they'll definitely run out of infantry sooner or later. But if they run out of ammunition, I will be impressed, because Ersatz troopers are not meant to run out of ammunition before they run out of warm bodies.
No. Oh, the blood's meant to expire first.
Yeah.
That's what the warranty says, goddammit.
Exactly. Exactly. I was thinking to myself, you know what? That's exactly what you need. You need to have it's 300 rounds or 10 guys, and that's how it works.
Yeah. 300 rounds or 12 pints of blood, whichever one you lose.
Even more true.
Yeah.
AG-111, I have to say, unsung hero here. Continues to pound everything, northern side, southern side. He's not going to always be the most efficient with his munitions usage. But if you look at where he hits, he tends to at least kill one thing every single time and force a heck of a lot more to ground.
Yeah, and considering Fantyx hasn't really invested in any real actual AA, I mean, you might as well just keep bombing the hell out of the enemy, just making it easy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're seeing the northern push there go pretty well, the Stugs being brought in. They're going to be engaged on those SU-76s, and of course, PTRD rifle squads are going to prove to be a bit of a pain.
Just a smidge, but it still is 14-10. It's 14-10, and those SU-76s can only finally see the potential kill just now.
Yep.
There we go. Well done. Meanwhile, to the south, I feel like we're seeing wave after wave of just Hartnett infantry hurl to the north, hurl to the south, and kind of this weird kind of Red Rover kind of game being played.
Yeah, it's just been big groups here in the air of assault guns backing them up, but hey, when you got that B phase income, and especially like the good infantry in B phase for Hartnett, you might as well. I mean, it's really what you're going to have to do, but I do love how both sides have pretty much just been playing the entire, well, most of the maps. The central position has actually been pretty quiet.
But that's what you expect on this one. This is Ocean North. This is not, this isn't Columbalese kind of stuff where you actually get to go inside of a factory and start digging people out. This isn't, Shechedrin where you have an open field in the middle you can kind of really take advantage of. This is not that. People don't play Ocean North like that.
No, it's really just the flanks. But the main thing is that Khers has managed to, at least for him, capture a good chunk of the central position, so that's given him quite a lot of leeway. And also, I really miss Columbalese now. That was such a fun map to cast.
It is. I actually really enjoyed having that factory complex. It was a nice little bit of thing to see. We are going to see another HE-111 strike. Going to probably blow apart the property values here. Probably is also going to kill that. Yep, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, and we're just seeing that northern push completely evaporate, and just so much Soviet stuff here now all of a sudden. We're seeing a Tiger being brought in, but close range against T-3045, gonna be a bit dangerous.
Well, that's fine though, because down to the south, here's all these other Hussars and Weizsägers, and who cares that there's a single rinky-dink half-track over here, because he's firing off the last 10 rounds.
Did I make it count? Nope, no PE didn't. Area's gonna be target practice. Or grenade practice, really.
Well, at least until the Superiors get brought on in. And, ooh, there at long last is an off-map calling from a 152. Has forced a bailout, but I don't think that anything is really going to go and keep that Stug. Yeah, so that Stug, there's nothing you can really do. No amount of investment's going to be able to get that guy back into the fight.
Yeah, and that Marder actually backing off in the nick of time. I think mainly for lack of high explosive ammunition and less so for potentially being blown up in an off-map artillery strike. Unless he has a sixth sense.
Oh, I'm sure he has a very sick sense. But we are going to see a Hetzer actually to the north. Ooh, yes, I love these guys. And fighting against a lot of these Guard DPs and Superiors. It's going to be a bit of a slug for these Weizsägers as they try to push on through in the last 2 minutes before we get to Phase C.
Yeah. Just bringing out everything, but Khers is actually now on, like, he's no longer on the up and up. He's losing in terms of, okay, there it goes, back to a trove, and it flips back over before I can even finish my sentence.
Well, clearly you must learn to speak quickly.
Yeah, even quicker. No one's going to be able to understand me. People already have a hard time.
I think you speak that mutant form of English. It's like Canadian English. Is it that weird Quebecois plus a little bit of what?
It's been completely bastardized at this point, as well as other speaking Krugs, which I just have to learn to live with.
You realize at that point you're saying that to an American, the guy who speaks a language where we just kind of make shit up on the fly, and the rest of the world's like, I guess so, let's do it. Kind of like that bomber down to the south, right to you, who's behind the front lines. There's a lot of German infantry that's just cut off, alone, in green fields with the sun on their face. But this isn't Elysium, and they're not quite dead yet.
No, they don't have that benefit so far. We're seeing a push in the center here. I think some Jaeger pioneers will try and clear out that town. Which would be a smart move. It's only one Guard DP in there, and that'll be an easy flag for him to capture.
Well, the north isn't much better now, too. We have another 6 squads of Jaeger pioneers being brought on in. So much junk and a kitchen sink.
Yeah. There's like 2 kitchen sinks at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And these, dirty half dozen squads down here in the south as well. Behind the front lines, able to get some rather gnarly kills. Very, very necessary under the circumstances. And those VK01s are not going to have, not going to have any issues. This might be a resurgent Foxes over here.
Mm-hmm. He just needs, like, a plus run, really. I mean, he still has, like, what, another 10 minutes before the income really starts to bite him in the ass. So, he does have time, and he's already managed to bleed out Fantyx by a decent amount. And he has a lot of options for capturing just that one more flag. Oh, he loses one flag in the center here because of that girl DP.
That's okay. He's aggressing into that town like you expected, so he's gonna go take that town. The Taiga Fuhrer is still over here in the center part of the map. With just enough HE to be certainly deadly. Yep. There's an HE11 111 come right back in. More AFVs to the north, more infantry to the north. This is gonna get cleaned up very quickly. This town's gonna fall back under his control, I'm sure.
Yeah, what a dynamic match.
It is, and you have to love them too.
Like, I'm having a hard time keeping up with this, honestly. Like, just trying to figure out, like, oh, what are the tactical plays? It's like, oh, I'm throwing stuff down south this time, and then I'm throwing some stuff up north. You know, it's like he's, like, rolling dice to figure out which flank he wants to attack next. And both players, really.
And it's certainly confusing their opponents. I feel like both of them are trying to second guess and outguess their opponent, and they're not able to do it. There's just too much going on.
So much going on with this cast. This stuff is dying. That's all you guys need to know. It's explosions. I hope you guys like it.
Are you not entertained? Airsats MG. Well, and it's just the kind of an indication of this match overall. We have an Airsats MG and a Bouzier 76-2 just kind of engaging each other, just wantonly, just firing back and forth. Why? Well, because they can. I mean, like, that's the easiest guy that's right there.
Yeah, Airsats MG gonna be coming out on top in that engagement, and up north is still just an absolute bloodbath. We've got Jaeger Pioneers being brought on through, but actually it might be enough to push on back. The Russians have lost quite a lot up north. And we still have that, like, contingent of Germans behind enemy lines.
Exactly. The fifth column just waiting for their time to shine. And that's why they're bringing in Tu-25, looking to engage basically those martyrs. And then here's the thing: if those guys get hit right when that comes through, that stroke's going to get hit as well, which means we're probably going to see 3 dead AFVs, but they might get out just barely in time.
Yep, they're gonna dodge it.
Wow, that was unfortunate. That was very unlucky.
Yeah, oh, he didn't evac it. He doesn't have auto evac on, so he's gonna get 109'd.
Not too surprising.
Nope. Oh yeah, 18-6. That's pretty much over for Fantyx at this point.
It certainly may be. I'm actually surprised this Tiger's not been in the entire time. I expect this guy to be dead a long time ago.
Yeah, he's out in the open for so long. I mean... Oh.
There we go. Caster curse.
Oh. Caster's curse. Caster's curse. There we go.
But this town's going to go right back over him to the northern side. It doesn't matter how many infantry he's going to throw at it. It's not going to be enough.
No, it's just really too much momentum behind Khers' push to keep his, like, to stop it. I mean, down south is completely collapsed pretty much at this point.
Yes, it certainly has.
Yeah. How? I can't tell you. It just happened.
Yeah, it's a blink and you'll miss it kind of death here, but yeah, we were watching the Tiger and the Martyrs up to the north, and somehow down to the south, everything just evaporated. So, I mean, if you look down there, we have this weird squad of Reitiegas and Hussars kind of moving on through, but there's no anti-tank. There's not enough tank to cause the issues of no anti-tank.
Yeah. Yeah. Only a minute left. Fantyx, he's gonna have to make a miracle happen with this like, incoming guard reinforcement columns, which will probably not happen.
And you gotta love the optimism of the other guy when you think, oh yes, you know what, I'm totally going to win this. Like, love your gumption, my friend. I don't think that this is your day.
Oh.
When all of the infantry that gets brought in, like the infantry to the north, infantry column, great, let's do it, go, 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 and then immediately they're both going to get just absolutely shellacked.
Yep, completely and utterly dead.
Now it's the Russians who have pockets galore. So there's one down to the south, there's one to the north. Fantyx surrenders, which is a good call, because at that point, yowza.
Not too bad in the KD difference, only a 800 or so, 700-ish, 750 I believe.
About that.
Yeah, looking at kills.
Not a whole lot of stuff to write home about. There is that one guy, Novikov, who kills, Hans Gruber, his brother Heinz, their other brother Daniel, and William Fichter, unfortunately, gets killed as well by Novikov, so well done there by that guy. Glasser over here, though, for the Germans. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of the super scary tanks. And 2 less scary, but still pretty damn good tanks.
HE111 doing, like, a decentish job. Martyr 3 doing okay, but Stug, nothing too crazy apart from really Galasha.
But, and that was the thing though too, like we talk about it constantly, it's kind of like chess. You don't expect to have pieces that are supremely great with what they do just because of the nature of fighting on these maps. But if you do have a guy who's able to trade out at least for the point value on the opposite side, you gotta be doing that.
That's really the key to the game, is just getting those efficient trades. But what a really good match. I can't tell you why it was a really good match. I just have a feeling it was a really good match. Or how it was tactically beat out. It was exhausting to just watch everything just flip back and forth.
But see, that's always the fun thing, too, is that just kind of rushing back and forth. You're looking one way, looking the other way. It's a really good time.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most dynamic matches we've seen in a little bit.
It certainly has been, I think, over on our side. I know I have to have, and maybe a nice cigarette and a glass of water at the end of this. So
Same here. I'm going to talk to my therapist about this match.
I'm sure. Never mind. Insert racy hair joke yourself there, folks. I think that's going to do it, though, for our coverage of the monthly tournament, that kind of closer combat mechanic with that focus. Again, always love seeing the kind of dynamism over here from the community. If we can get more of those 1v1 balance mods to work, we will do so, folks. We promise. But until next time, I'm Colin Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.